This is Datsun's redi-Go, and with this new car, Datsun is looking to take on Maruti Suzuki's Alto, Hyundai's Eon, and its own platform sibling, Renault's Kwid. Yes, under the skin, the redi-Go is very closely related to the Kwid, but on the outside, they share little. The redi-Go boasts of a strong design with a huge nose, DRLs, quirky tail lamps, and a tall rear. But the stance is completely different from the Kwid. It is 60mm taller and even boasts of a higher 185mm ground clearance. But the redi-Go is very hatch-like. And this is more because compared to the Kwid, the redi-Go's wheelbase was shortened by about 70mm and so was overall length by 250mm, which also results in boot space being cut down to 222 litres. The upside to that, passenger space hasn't been compromised, with a sense of airiness inside the cabin thanks to the good glass area and the high roof. But the floorboard isn't very wide, so seating 3 will be a squeeze. However, hop into the front and there's much to like. From the driver's seat, you can certainly appreciate the higher driving position, giving you a nice view of the road ahead. And the dashboard is smartly designed and well finished. In terms of storage, there's a lot available here in terms of bottle holders. And then there's this shelf running under the dash, as well as a closed glove box, although it is quite small. But the car isn't feature packed. The music system is old school without any Bluetooth connectivity. And to save costs, you can see that the narrow door pockets don't have plastic inserts to hide the sheet metal. Also, there's plenty more exposed sheet metal around the cabin. And of course, the rear passengers only get static seat belts. And as we saw on the Kwid, the redi-Go has wheels with only 3 nuts, flap-type door handles, and a single wiper. When you hit the road, you also get the same 800cc 3-cylinder engine. It makes 54 horsepower and 72 Nm of torque at the same RPM as the Kwid. It also shares the same 5-speed gearbox. But the redi-Go is 15 to 20 kilograms lighter, and with Datsun claiming best-in-class acceleration for it, we were expecting it to be quite impressive. Now this engine feels really at home when it's ambling around at low speeds in the city, but even then, it could do with some improvements. For one, the throttle response could be smoother, and when you try to overtake, you'll find that the mid-range is quite dull. So you need to shift gears, let the revs climb to past 3000 RPM, and it only starts to pull strongly once past 4000 RPM. When it comes to the suspension, the redi-Go uses McPherson struts up front and a twist beam at the rear, with 155/80 R13 tires. Along with its solid 185mm of ground clearance, taking on rough roads should be no problem at all. But the side effect of its height is that when you go over even lightly rumbly tarmac, you can feel the surface inside the cabin, and over bigger bumps, it does tend to get tossed around a bit. Through corners, the redi-Go isn't fun, but it feels controlled, and it would have felt more confident only if the steering was a bit more substantial. The redi-Go comes with disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the rear. And while there is enough stopping power, the brakes do feel a bit wooden. Also, there is no ABS on offer, but Datsun will be offering driver-side airbags as an option. The redi-Go looks set to take the Datsun story forward in the Indian market by bringing in a much-needed dash of appeal by way of its design and its interiors, which just feel better finished and more appealing. Where it does feel a bit underwhelming is in the way it drives. But don't sign off or judge the redi-Go just yet, because Datsun promised that this will be launched with the best in-class cost of ownership and a really attractive price tag. And we'll have to wait till June to see if it can pack a bang for its buck.